B-boy. From the old to the new, still a B-boy. Too bold for the school, still a B-boy. East coast to the west, B-boys worldwide. We supposed to be blessed, still a B-boy.
We're heading to Omaha this week. One of my favorite cities to play back in the day. Omaha is still full of a rich hip-hop scene. This week, I got one half of the duo Guilty Pleasure from Nappy Face Entertainment, Mike Beasty. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on, man?
So I like to start all my interviews the same. Do you remember the first time you heard hip-hop?
Yeah, man, I do. Actually, it was in the back of my pop's Oldsmobile. Forget what it kind of was, man. It wasn't a Cutlass, but I know it was something, an Oldsmobile something, man. And he was listening to some Tupac, bro. So yeah, I remember my first time, man. Yeah.
So when you started getting into it as a kid, who were some of your favorite artists?
Well, starting off, man, Tech, M, Red and Meth, Pac, Dre, it's Chris Calico, you know what I mean? Who else can I think of, man? Jay-Z, the list goes on, you know?
Right. A lot of lyricists in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're a fan, you're a kid, you're a fan. When did you get to the point where you think, maybe I can do this? When you tried writing, rapping yourself?
Let's see, man. When I first started, I had like a boombox in my sister's apartment, and just going off of just like freestyling off of commercial beats and stuff onto the, with the boombox and stuff. I didn't really get into it until I was about like 14, 15. So right when I hit high school, I started like really writing, and I started off battling a little bit. So,
How did the group Guilty Pleasure come together?
Guilty Pleasure is me and my cousin Mookie Lope. I don't know, man. I was kind of done with music for a while, and I did a few songs and showed him, and he was like, man, we should put a group together. And we kind of just came up with the name Guilty Pleasure just because, we make the stuff that people love to hear, but some people, they kind of hate it, but it's got that catchiness to it, you know what I mean? So you end up loving it.
Right. And I was peeping out your album, Soul Reflection, dope album. I mean, it was pretty much solid in my opinion from top to bottom.
Thank you.
Do you want to touch on working that, doing solo stuff outside of the Guilty Pleasure?
Yeah, man. I originally started off kind of as a solo artist, and was in and out of groups, with people just, some people take it seriously, some people don't, it's just a part of the game, So it was just, some things I've been working on over the years, and I put them together for a project that I've just been working on. I got part 2 to that coming soon. It's a 3-part trilogy, so 3-part project type thing. So working on part 2 now. But yeah, man. So it's one of my favorite projects so far.
Yeah, that was a great album. And I'm not just blowing smoke. I really enjoyed that record.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So Nappy Face Entertainment, how did that all come together? You want to kind of touch on that?
Nappy Face Entertainment is a label that I'm signed to currently, and I was signed because of a guy that I worked with. He introduced me to my manager, who's Devin Orich, and he put it together, with I guess some people that he was with before I joined the team. So,
Well, I want to touch on the Omaha scene because I've always, I'm from Milwaukee, and when I was in the music industry doing stuff, I loved the Omaha. I made some good friends there. Surreal the MC, who I'm sure you know. I mean, we've been tight friends for over 20 years. I always loved the Omaha crowd, and it always amazed me how great those crowds were, being that, Omaha is literally in the middle of, the map, not even close to a coast. How would you describe the Omaha scene when you first, when you're younger coming up, and how it's kind of evolved, at least in your time in the industry?
Honestly, man, I think when it comes to that, it's everybody's perspective on it. But from what I've seen when I was a kid, man, like You know what I mean? I knew about Surreal the MC then, Big Mister, uh, a guy named L Genius, and what is this? It's another guy, ASO. I don't know. He was out here. He was around for a little bit around them. Uh, but yeah, man, it kind of fluctuated. Like it was booming for a little bit, and I think it kind of dwindled for a little while, and now it's starting to boom again. And we got a lot of great artists in this town. You know, a lot of people doing a lot of good things for it. We got a lot of national acts that what I mean that come through here and love to come here. It's like a second home to them. So I mean, if the people haven't been here for the music scene yet, I strongly suggest that they come and do some shows, link with some people, link with my guy, my manager, Devin Ulrich, and let's get some shows going.
Mhm. Yeah, I was always, man, impressed with the late 90s, early 2000s when we really were doing shows on a regular basis in Omaha. And like Surreal was in the group Noise Wave at the time, and they'd be drawing over 1,000 people with them headlining, and that was, man, impressive to me that the community would come out like that and support a local act. Right.
No, yeah, Surreal is definitely one of my one of my favorite people, man. I talk to him almost on a regular basis, man. He's like a mentor to me and everything, man. When it comes to this music stuff, man, like he's definitely my go-to when I got questions and I need answers.
Yeah, and he's got so much knowledge. I met him in '99. It was the first time we did a track together in '99. His group, Noise Wave, and my group, and one of the most talented MCs I've ever met. I mean,
yeah, man. Yeah,
he's amazing.
They're dope. His brother AP is actually my DJ, man. So,
oh, for real?
Yeah. He's a good guy, man. Love that dude.
Yeah, no doubt. I saw you were nominated for Omaha Hip-Hop Award. Was this the first time?
Yeah, actually it was. It was the first time I was nominated for an Omaha Hip-Hop Award. We were just actually nominated again for Omaha Hip-Hop Award for our duo Guilty Pleasure. So yeah, man, it's things are booming, people are listening, loving the responses that we get,
Right.
And it's just now it's time to make them hungry for more,
So all the MCs that you've personally worked with, who are your favorite one or two that you got to collab with?
My guy, one of my best friends, man, Zoot Kings. He go by Zoot 7 or Zoot, So he's on the album. He's actually I think he's on one or two songs on the album, Soul Reflection. I know he's on a song on Guilty Pleasure Game Plan. But yeah, man, he's one of my favorite that I've worked with so far. I say next to him, Guy Race Coakley. That's one of my favorites that I've worked with so far. So it's a couple of guys, man. But yeah, and I've had the pleasure of working with this new kid who's actually coming into the scene named Ugly Boy Trey. So I mean, he's pretty good, man.
I always think there's two type of MCs. One who is at home in the studio. I call them studio lab rats. Then there's people who flourish on the stage, and people can be good at both, but usually they gravitate towards one. Are you more the studio creating or on the stage performing?
I'm definitely more the studio creating type because I a little shyness to me. I'm still kind of getting used to being on stage and stuff now. Starting when I started like getting on stage like 2 years ago, I mean, it was kind of iffy. Now it's different. I can get up there. I'm more comfortable on stage now than I was before. Mm-hmm. Still get, cold feet sometime, but you got to go through with it. Right. But definitely in the studio, man, I could be me, do whatever I want to do, just being able to create in a private setting is a whole lot different than being in a studio where everybody's at.
Speaking of shows, you said about 2 years. Out of the handful of shows that you've done, do you have any crazy show memories? Anything that sticks out, whether it was funny or just crazy show memories?
Oh man, we did a show in Illinois, man, and we were, looking for some party favors, man. And this kid pretty much tried to sell us like a bag of, it almost looked like some oregano. So it's like a bag of shake, man. And then we just like kind of stared at him for like 5 minutes, and he just like refused to make eye contact with us after that. And that's like all we talked about the entire way home, man. So I mean, that's like one of the ones that I can really think about right now, man, because that's just every time I see one of my label mates or my manager, it's like the first thing we think about, start talking about, man.
This is another thing I've been starting to ask everyone on the show. Have you ever, and I'm talking about released, not necessarily something that you recorded and just never released, but have you ever spit either a song, a verse, even a bar that after you released it, you regretted what you said?
Nah, man. No, I don't regret what I say in my songs, man, because when I say it at the time when I wrote it is how I felt. And I don't believe in really denying how you feel about things. I believe you should be blunt and say how you feel. Some people may get offended by it, but it's just, that's how they interpret it, man. It was never meant for anybody to be hurt. Music is meant to be enjoyed, you know?
So you were kind of touching on before, you know, what's coming next, your next new project. You said it's going to be a trilogy. So Soul Reflections was #1 out of a trilogy.
Yeah, that's Soul Reflection is the first part. And then I'm working on, I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna title it, but it's definitely Soul Reflection 2. But this time it's got a couple love songs on there this time. It's more geared towards like I guess a happier place, I guess, you know. So yeah, man, I got some great artists I'm working with on there. I got a surprise feature on there. I can't really say yet, but it's definitely a good one, man. It's a strange music artist. I can say that. Nice. I can't say who. Well, I'm gonna say it used to be a strange music artist. So I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I got a lot of good hits. I got a song called Panic I got coming out. I'll be dropping that hopefully next month. So we'll be doing that. I got a couple videos I'm doing for the Soul Reflection album, the first one. But yeah, man, I got a lot in the works, working on the tour and everything. So
nice. Yeah, hopefully we can start doing more shows. You know, COVID shut so much down.
Yeah, for sure. The funny part is, man, I don't know if it was like, if you would call it a blessing or if we were just being reckless. You know, people see it 2 different ways, but we kept doing, we stayed busy even through COVID doing shows. Like, you know what I mean? We made sure we took the proper precautions to stay safe. And, you know what I mean? Everybody who were in venues were staying safe and protecting themselves from, you know what I mean, properly, and trying to, you know what I mean, just have fun, man. Nobody wanted to be stuck inside all day. You know, people need that human interaction, even if it's once a week for a few hours, you know?
Right.
So
I sometimes feel like the old crabby, you know, b-boy from the 80s who complains about the new kids coming up doing the music not the way it should be. So sometimes I'm grumpy with like the mumble rap or certain cadences that so many people use. So it's refreshing when a newer artist coming up has substance. I feel so much substance is missing, and that's why I reached out to you, because I could tell you were a true writer, and I just appreciate that from someone who, you know, grew up with hip hop as it came up, to see that some of those elements are still alive with the next generation. Because a lot of the new people I see seems like they don't even know about the past, more or less, have any of the elements from the past.
And me as an artist, when I listen to a lot of older music, because that's what I grew up on. So a lot of people that I do listen to a lot of, I guess what you would call newer cats. They're kind of old now, I guess, but like Jaron Benton and Hobson. But I listen to them, and I listen to some of the same stuff that I listened to growing up, you know, like Tech and Eminem, and a lot of the older albums, because that's where I built my foundation of rap from, you know. So it's just, so some people go off of different things. A lot of the music that we hear today is like emo rap, I guess.
Right.
That is what they call it. And you know what I mean? I'm fine with it if that's what you like, man. But it's not what I grew up on. So when people ask me, do I know who so and so is? I don't. And they, you know, it's like it's not a disrespectful thing. Like I don't know who he is. It's just it's not what I listen to. It's not. It doesn't appeal to me, and that's what I feel music should do. It should appeal to the listener. Like it's got to relate, and if it doesn't relate, then it's not going to get across. Like you know, they say you could throw shit out. Can't make shit shine. You know, so no disrespect to anybody, but you can. Like you know what I mean. Some people like it, some people don't. It's an acquired taste. That's it.
You mentioned Hopsin. I love Hopsin. He doesn't get mentioned enough when people are talking about, you know, not only lyrical, but I think he paints such a good picture with his rhymes. I've always been impressed with Hopsin.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. When I first heard him, it was one of his freestyles, man. It was Illmind Hopsin 4, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, it's right.
The one where he was in his bedroom. And that's the one that really like appealed to me. And I was like, man, this dude is like he just did this in his bedroom. And that was like the one thing that really appealed to me. And I started recording in my bedroom, in my mom's house. And I've never stopped. Like, I don't care how much money I have, I'll always record out of a closet, man, because it's so humbling. And it's like, it's home, you know? It's just a safe space.
So now I'm going to do some basic hip hop questions.
Okay.
If you could only listen to one MC for the rest of your life, who would that be?
I'm gonna say Chris Calico, man.
Yeah, he's damn versatile. He can spit, he can sing. I mean,
yes, for sure. So
he's super talented.
Every album is gonna be like a buffet of different shit.
Right. All right, you're going to a deserted island. You can only bring 5 albums. What are those 5 albums?
Oh man, the Marshall Mathers LP. What was it? Is the other one the Slim Shady EP? I think it was. Them two has got to come. Redman, Red Gone Wild. Tech Nine. I'm gonna say Ever Ready, because that's the first time I heard him. So Ever Ready, and I'm gonna say it's a Jaron Benton album. I believe it's Slow Motion too. Them was the albums I'm taking, man. Them was the ones I play on the constant. So
there's some classics on there. Those 2 Eminem ones you mentioned, I mean,
oh yeah,
just him at his peak. I mean,
yeah,
amazing.
And, you know, the funny thing is, man, a lot of people hate the song, but the song Kim, man, if you really listen to it, it's the story is fucked up, man. But the man's a storyteller. Like
absolutely.
He brings you into the story. It's like you're literally watching all this stuff happen.
Right.
So, you know, but yeah, man, that song, that's a great song on there. Mushrooms, that's another good story, man. Like, just when he was like just being funny, and I won't even say when he was on drugs, but when he was just like saying what was on his mind, right, it was great. And I feel like people don't like him now because he's not doing like catchy stuff like that and drug related music.
Right.
Like, I let the man be and evolve, man. If he don't evolve, then he's not going to be any good.
Right.
Why else would they call him a goat? You know?
So I'm going to make you think now. So aliens invade Earth and they hear about this art form called hip hop and they come to you and you have to explain what hip hop is by playing just one song. What is one song that completely explains the vibe and culture of hip hop?
Swaying King Tech, and it's got Tech Nine, Eminem, Chino.
The anthem.
It got that. That's the one, man. That's the one. That explains everything. There's so many different styles in one track.
That's one of the dopest posse tracks ever. That is a great.
Oh
man, I
and it's
love
so
that
slept
song.
on. And if people really listen to it, man, you can see Tech and them work together way before. People just didn't realize it, man.
Right.
Like, regardless if they were pre-recorded verses or whatever, like that's they work together.
Right. Oh,
you know,
that's a great.
Neither one of them thought at the time they would probably be as big as they were.
Right.
They're going to be. So, you know.
That's the best answer I've heard from anyone. I love that song.
Oh man, that one stays in my head, man.
Yeah, that was a dope posse track. So now I'm gonna give you some this or that. I'm gonna give you 2 options. You pick what you think is the better option.
Okay.
Choice is yours.
So I got old school West Coast classics. Dr. Dre The Chronic or Snoop Dogg Doggy Style. How well you know them albums?
I'm going with The Chronic, man.
That's the classic.
I mean, The Chronic is a legend. Like when it comes to albums, it's legendary when it comes to albums, man. But them was some classic skits.
All right.
Those skits were classic, man. Like and nobody if people, I think people should start doing skits on their album more.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody does skits anymore. It's just song after song after song. Like where's the skits, man?
Mega groups, they just had a versus. 3 6 Mafia or Bone Thugs?
Bone Thugs for sure. 3 6 is nice, but Bone Thugs paved that way. They paved the way.
Tupac or Biggie?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Big on this one. I like Pac, but the more and more I watch the Biggie docs, man, mm-hmm. I gotta go with Big on this one.
Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get more music out of him.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, both of them, but Big,
yeah,
I mean.
Sure.
How about Jay-Z or Nas?
I'm gonna go with Jay, man. But I got my reasons though, just because he made that the song that damn it. I was just talking about the song the other day. He made it available, I believe, for artists to use royalty free type beat. Oh man, it was like one of the biggest songs, but it's got the Orphan Annie theme.
Hard Knock Life.
Yeah, that one. So that beat, like artists can use and not worry about recouping, like catching the losses off of that. But
I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah. All right. East Coast or West Coast hip hop?
I gotta go with East. Gotta go with the East.
And now I'm doing classic hood movies. Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
See, I try to go with which one's got more memorable moments. I'm gonna go with Menace to Society.
There's really no wrong answer. They're both classic.
No, it's not. But that Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood's got Ice Cube, but Menace to Society's got MC8 in it. So yeah. And I feel like he's hugely slept on when it comes to rap. Hugely.
That's great that you brought him up. I mean, he doesn't get mentioned enough. I completely agree.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say an MC's name and tell me the first thing you think of when you hear the name. Not necessarily just a word, just what do you think of when you hear that person's name?
Okay.
King ISO.
He pretty dope. He's pretty dope. He got the mental advocacy thing like in the chokehold right now. So he's putting a lot of attention on mental health. So he get an A+ for that.
Right. How about Royce da 5'9"?
Oh man, that's a GOAT right there. Hear his name, I think of the track Butterfly.
Let's go to Chicago with Twista.
Yeah, he's a legend too. That's I call that he's one of my mentors too when it comes to rap, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially when it comes to chopping, him and Tech, man. That was my two mentors right there.
Surreal the MC.
Oh man, that's best friend, brother, type thing. Like it's a good guy right there, man.
Yeah.
He's if you need help, man, he's definitely willing to. So if you're an Omaha music scene, man, you need help, you got questions, definitely turn to that dude and ask him, man. He's not going to turn you down. He's going to help you the best you can. So
yeah, and he's full of knowledge. I mean,
full of it.
How about Stevie Stone?
Stevie Stone, man, that's a great one too. He's a dope artist too. The track he did, Jumping Out the Window, man. He's got range when it comes to this music, man. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say he's got range with it.
Well, I know you heard of the next one, Mookie Loke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's my when it comes to local, he definitely in my top 10, man. That's my brother right there. That's my cousin, man. More like a brother to me, but yeah.
How about Busta Rhymes?
Busta Rhymes. Yep. That's he's definitely in my top 5 of all time favorite. So, even though I didn't say taking his album on the island with me, but it's, man, Busta he always never ceased to impress. Like I'm always, any album he drops, I anticipate every song. Like, what's this one gonna sound like?
It's interesting. The next one, I got Chris Calico.
Nice. Chris Calico, phenomenal artist, man. Phenomenal artist. Like my dream collab for sure is him, me, and Jaron Benton. That's most definitely my dream collab.
Couple more. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. I just like to just hold a conversation with Snoop Dogg. Like, I would like to work with him, do some music, you know what I mean, have him engineer me and everything. Do a collab with him, but most of all, I just would like to hold a conversation with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, another person. I mean, think of what he's all seen in his career. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
He's seen it all, no doubt. Big Mister.
Big Mister is a cool cat, man. He reminds me of E40. He's not gonna lie. Like when you talk to him, he reminds me of E40, man. He's a lot of one-liners in his.
Nicki Minaj.
Not a fan, man. They're gonna hate me for it, but I'm not a fan. When it come to female artists, now I'm not saying she's not nice. She is nice, but I'm not a fan. I'm more of a raw digger, like, you know what I mean, Lady of Rage, like, you know what I mean, the Brat. I'm more. That's where I'm at. Snow the Product. That's where I'm at with it, man. Like, and I'm not. She could probably rap like them and be. Why not? I'm not. I don't want to say she's not lyrical, but again, I'm gonna just stick with. It's not. I'm not a fan.
Hey, Raw Digger does not get mentioned enough. She is so cold. I mean, one of the dopest female MCs ever.
Listen, you don't earn the rap. You don't get the name Dirty Harriet Tubman, man, and not be you can't. You not get mentioned. You got to get mentioned. Like, people just, that album alone is amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a great name to mention.
Yeah.
I got Tech Nine next. I know you're a fan.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. He's the one that definitely made me want to rap. Like, first song I heard from him, man. I don't remember how old I was, but it was when I'ma Tell came out.
Yeah.
I remember when here in Omaha, they had this local video station where they play videos on like channel 23 or something, and that video came on, and it was just them in a tour bus. And I was like, man, that's the first time I've ever heard any, like, besides Twista, like anybody other than Twista rap that fast.
Right.
It's like, man, I
think that's off the Absolute Power album, I'ma Tell.
Yep. It's off the Absolute Power. Yeah.
So if you had to pick between Absolute Power and Ever Ready, what would you pick?
I'm gonna go with Ever Ready, just because that's more of a monumental moment for me, because I met Tech when he dropped Ever Ready, doing like a job shadow with Houston Alexander when he was on the radio still.
All right. Do you have any pluggables to plug? Where can people get at you? Drop all your social media tags.
Yeah, man. You can get at me on Instagram, Mike Beasty 402, Facebook, Mike Mob Sanders. Facebook will not let me change my name, so Facebook's got to let that happen. So I can change it to Mike Beasty and people can find me properly. Or you can look up the Mike Beasty page on Facebook. As far as shows coming up, there are not any shows coming up in the near future. Currently on a vacay with shows. I've been counting them out the last 3 years, like back to back, like crazy. We are working on the tour coming up. Stay tuned for that. A lot of artists from the label. You can go and look up everybody there at nappyfaceentertainment.com, Nappy Face Entertainment on Facebook, Nappy Face Entertainment on Instagram. Like, we out here. Check out my video on YouTube, Temperature. I got another one called The Alpha. Guilty Pleasures, got Guilty Pleasure 402. I'm a part of that. I got a lot of work coming out, man. A lot of things happening. So everybody make sure to look me up, stay in contact. Need bookings, contact Devin Orridge on Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, man, I got a lot of work coming.
Keep doing what you're doing. Represent Omaha. Listen to Surreal. He's got plenty of knowledge for you.
For sure.
And hey, I appreciate you taking the time out. Well, have a good one.
You
Peace.
too, man.
All
Peace.
right.
Enjoy your night.
You too.
Thanks.
Better check your temperature. It could be rising. Better check your temperature. You might be dying. Designer got me lost for words. No need in trying. My heart's been set on Celsius, and now I'm crying. Better check your temperature. It could be rising. Better check your temperature. You might be dying. Designer got me lost for words. No need in trying. My heart's been set on Celsius, and now I'm crying. My pops always told me to mind my P's and Q's, so I show no love to these phonies, for they know just what they do. They pretend to have your back, 360 now it's a knife in you, and blood don't mean a thing, says it's either cut a nigga smooth. But as a G, I remain, I'ma keep one of them things. Never know when a nigga might wanna have you slain. I tell the judge and the jury, like, Your Honor, that's my family. And if I can't ride for them, then how can I face the man in me? Succumb to the fuckery? Nah, never been that lucky, G. I apply the pressure when my wall comes down to crumbling, cause loyalty is royalty, and that's what keeps me humble, G. Couple blunts sativa, then I'm lost up in these fucking beats. Never bite the hand that feeds, G's. Better check your temperature. It could be rising. Better check your temperature. You might be dying. Designer got me lost for words. No need in trying. My heart's been set on Celsius, and now I'm crying. Better check your temperature. It could be rising. Better check your temperature. You might be dying. Designer got me lost for words. No need in trying. My heart's been set on Celsius, and now I'm crying. There's all the big times that I wrote rhymes with no love behind it. Call it a fuck you to the world with all my love behind it. Been the black sheep in this game since a nigga started rhyming. Been destined to trailblaze in this bitch, so ain't no doubt about it. Shout out to the haters who never said anything good about me. All that negativity fuck around and brought the beast about me. Now I'm rowdy, raging at these shows until my soul come out me. Leaving it all on stage for the fans who give a damn about me. Success is key until I no longer call the shots like a referee. We barely scratched the surface shit. This ain't even the best of me, but luckily I'm all in with this game until the death of me. It's pedal to the metal, out the way if you ain't a company.